This is my client and very good friend, Rachel.
Hi.
We have a couple of fun questions prepared, and we're going to go through them. I think that I should ask you the questions first.
Okay.
And then you can ask me the questions. Let me open up our notebook here.
I'm ready.
Okay. So, questions for Rachel. First one, what's the hardest belief you've had to unlearn?
Probably that I should not be eating a lot of carbs with my diet, with working out, and that carbs will not give you the results in the gym that I wanted, which now that is the complete opposite of what is true.
I know where you were at, like prior to us working together, but give like a background of how you ate.
Yes, I ate no carbs, like at all. Didn't you say I was kind of like almost in like a keto type diet?
Yeah.
Like no carbs at all. Also barely any like fruits and vegetables. I feel like I was mainly focusing on protein because that's what you hear you need to be eating all the time. And I was just doing an abundance of protein, not enough fat either, I don't think, and literally like zero carbs. Like my body, I feel like I should have just been sleeping all day. I feel like I don't know how I had any energy to do anything.
Yeah. No, it's actually crazy how big of a difference you like see in your energy shift when you go from like eating very little carbs to eating more. For reference, she was probably eating maybe 100 grams a day.
Yeah.
And now
looking back, that is so scary.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And now we're eating almost 3 times that much.
Yeah.
She's at 265 grams of carbs now.
Yeah.
And she actually asked me, like our last check-in, she asked me for more food.
I was. Now that I'm eating so much, I'm like, wait, I'm like still kind of hungry. I could definitely eat more. I don't fear the carbs anymore.
I know, which is like amazing.
But it's also just crazy because social media, like, they just focus on like protein. No one really talks about carbs and like how important they are and play into like gaining muscle and looking good. So I feel like you just don't, you're like, oh, carbs are bad, I shouldn't eat them.
Yeah.
So
no, that was like.
Now I feel like I focus more on carbs than protein because I know I'm hitting my protein goals. But I feel like the carbs is more so where I'm like, am I eating enough carbs? And I feel like that's now my like, not obsession, but like what I'm more so like paying attention to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy. Next one.
Next one. What advice would the old version of you ignore?
Well, like we just said with the carbs, would probably, if someone said to me before I started working with you, you need to eat more carbs,
you'd be like,
I'd
no.
be like, I don't think I do. That doesn't sound accurate. I'm trying to think if there's another one.
And she did actually tell me too that at first you were like a little nervous when you saw the amount of carbs that I was starting you out with like in your program.
Yes, because I saw that and I was like, I'm going to get fat. Because it was just so much more food than what I have been eating. But just so everyone knows, I did not get fat. I actually lost weight in the process. Initially. So it's very backwards, but eat the carbs. Yeah, I'd probably say the carb is like the biggest thing I would ignore. I feel like some other stuff I might be like, but the carbs is probably the biggest thing.
The biggest.
And that you do need to eat more than you think you do to gain muscle and get the results that you want.
What about is there any like gym stuff? She was like strength training already 4 to 5 days a week.
4 days a week at that
4
point.
days
3 or 4 maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
and I would say that you like initially had good form and everything. Like we made a few minor tweaks, but she pretty much like knew what she was doing exercise wise in the gym because she had been going for a long time.
Yeah.
So like
I was not pushing myself enough though.
Yeah. That's like what my thought came to.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't.
Especially with upper body.
Maybe that's something else that if someone said like you need to push yourself harder, I'd be like, like no I don't. Like
you're like I'm doing it.
But like no, like you actually have to push yourself like hard, like to failure, as you say. And like you have to be like legs shaken, arms shaken on like your last set.
No, but
And
it's
I feel like
scary.
I feel like that may have been something I ignored if someone said like you need to like lift heavier. I'm like, I don't think so. Like I'm getting sore. I feel the burn. But like no, like if you just keep lifting the same weight, not doing progressive overload, then
just like 3 sets of 10.
Yeah, you're actually more so just plateauing out. You're not really gaining muscle. I feel like.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. What's something I wouldn't let you get away with?
Taking rest days. I am very bad. I'm like, if I'm not in the gym working out, I'm like losing muscle. I'm failing, like just, it's not good. But when I'm sick or have had a really anxious week or something, like it is important to, and you would like yell at me on our check-in call, like you cannot go to the gym. And you're like, I know you're gonna want to, but you cannot go. And it was hard, like not going. But I do now see the importance of taking rest days, a rest week, and not pushing yourself when you're sick or possibly getting sick because you're not helping your body in any way. And for my rest week and days I've had, I did not lose any muscle like I thought I would. So
exactly,
it's not that bad.
You actually like come back feeling better. Like I love a rest week.
Yeah, you do feel really like restored after.
Yeah.
But I was like, in my head, I was like, if I don't go to the gym this week,
that's it.
Madison, all of my muscles are going to be gone. Like, this is horrible advice. Obviously not true, but yeah. And that just shows how disciplined I am. Though I'm like, gotta go to the gym.
Yep. I know.
So like also you gotta take your rest days though. Those are just as important. So.
Yes.
And it was kind of nice, like you get a week off, just come home and don't worry about going to the gym. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Okay. Is it my turn to ask you questions?
It is.
My turn to interrogate you. Okay. First question. What do you recommend for clients who say they don't have time?
Okay, so I feel like time is probably the number one thing I hear most is
because everyone's number one excuse.
Yeah. And I get it because everyone has a busy schedule in their own way. But number one, like if you really want something for yourself, you will make the time, like no matter what it takes. Yes. That's just like first and foremost. And then number two, there's so many things I feel like people don't realize in terms of just like making meals easier and incorporating workouts into your routine that like aren't going to require you to just put like everything else on hold. Like yes, you are going to have to make sacrifices, but not to the extent that like most people think.
Yeah.
And you know, I have clients that don't have a gym membership and work out at home. I have clients who are mothers and make it work.
Nurses too, who I know they have like the most hectic schedule.
Yes. Yeah. Lauren's a nurse and she works 12-hour shifts. And, okay, there was a little interruption because my roommate came out with her cat, and Rachel has never met Peter, so
I love Peter.
We needed to do an introduction. But I think I answered that first question for the most part.
Okay.
Like I said, it was...
If it's important, you'll make the time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. How do you know when someone actually needs to eat more?
Okay.
How did you know that I actually needed to eat more food?
Well, the number one thing, I mean, from just like a logistical standpoint, the number one thing that I do with all of my clients is I have them track.
Yes. Like a week's worth before to see what they're eating.
Yeah, a couple days or like a week's worth just of whatever food that they normally eat. Because also it gives you guys time to just get used to tracking and like weighing your food too.
Yeah.
Without having to worry about like adhering to a specific number. Because it can be overwhelming at first. So I like doing it, number one, just for you guys to ease into it, and number two, so I can get a good idea of where our starting point is. So that's how I tell from like a logistical standpoint, but there's also signs, like when I get on a call with a girl that they're under eating, just like if, for example, I have a client who was in a deficit for a long time, probably 2 years, because that's how long she was in a fat loss phase for. She lost almost 50 pounds on her own over 2 years. Yeah.
Wow.
And she came to me because she was stagnant in her progress, and the biggest thing for her was the under eating.
Really?
Because, I mean, at one point it did work for her and her body. She needed less food, but now she's in this place where your body isn't going to respond to less food for that long of a period.
Because it needs fuel. It's like, okay,
exactly.
Now you need to like start fueling me.
So now we're at that point where we are fueling her, and one of the first things that she said within like 2 weeks of increasing her food was that she wakes up before her alarm and it like feels good, feels energized. And she doesn't have a midday crash. Like her energy is pretty like stable throughout the day.
Yeah, and that's something that I noticed too when I started eating more. Was I used to not always, I would say 80% of the time want to take a nap when I like got home from work or the gym for the day.
Yeah.
And like I can't even remember, besides when I was like sick, coming home from the work or the gym and like taking a nap. Like I feel like, which you would think if you're eating more carbs and stuff, you're gonna crash more because people put those two together. But I actually like don't get that like intense feeling of like I need to take a nap anymore.
Yeah, no.
A nap sounds nice sometimes, but I don't have the feeling where like I need to take a nap, you know?
Yeah, because if you're putting those carbs to work in the gym, then it's giving you energy.
Yeah, that's something else that I feel like you like don't expect when you start eating more. You like expect to like be more tired maybe. Are you ready for the next one?
Ready.
Okay. What tells you a client is actually going to succeed?
How much they adhere to their plan, especially nutrition, because that is always the hardest part.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, including myself, like I would love if it was 50-50, training and nutrition, and it's like, okay,
that would
bam.
make things a lot easier for me.
Yeah. But really it's like 80-20. Like, so much of it is nutrition.
Yeah.
So adherence is number one. And number two, their mindset, like going into it. Being open-minded, I think is the biggest thing. Because I try to be as open-minded as possible as a coach when it comes to where the client is currently at, like what they have readily available for them, and just I like work it around them. So it's like I expect the same from them to be open-minded to like my recommendations.
Yeah, that's good. We also have rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I forgot what we wrote for these already.
No. What's one thing you would erase from fitness culture if you could?
Mine's a funny one. My thing is with like gym culture, like gym etiquette, I guess you could say, is girls are always like, boys cannot come up and hit on me while I'm working out, while I'm at the gym. Like, that's a no-no. I feel like now guys are like afraid to come up to girls at the gym because they think they're gonna get like posted on TikTok, like shitted on, or every girl's just like, do not approach me at the gym. I think guys should approach you at the gym, and it should be okay, because if a guy thinks you look hot while you're sweaty, like mid-set dying, then that's a keeper. And you should feel flattered that he had the balls to come up to you and say something to you while you're working out, because that's not easy for guys to do. And I feel like instead of that being like shunned, I think that should be respected more at the gym.
No, I actually love that, and I completely agree. Like, unless the guy is like interrupting your set, that'd be one thing.
Wait till we're just sitting there on the phone. Right?
Exactly. Coming up at a good time.
Yeah, but I think it's such a compliment.
But I agree.
Like, all right, biggest gym ick.
Ego lifters. There was a guy recently that I saw. He put all of the weight like on the cable, did the maximum amount of weight, and was doing like tricep extensions like behind his head. And when so it was like two other guys that were with him, and they were betting that he couldn't do it, and so he was doing it out of a bet. But the way that he tried to like get it, I was like he's going to tear a muscle, like seriously.
Yeah.
And I know one of the guys that he was like talking to, trying to impress, whatever.
Did you say something?
And he like turned to me and was like, "Oh, wasn't that impressive? Wasn't that crazy or whatever?" And I was like, "That's ego lifting." Sorry. And the guy heard me say it, and I was like, kidding, but like not really.
Yeah.
Because like, why are you risking your health? Like, you could be out of this is how I see it. You could be out of the gym for weeks or months because of a stupid dare or like whatever it was.
And you said when you're ego lifting, your form is usually awful.
Yes.
So it doesn't even like look that impressive because you don't like look as good doing it because your form is just off.
Yeah, like I think that if you have perfect form and doing like half the amount of weight, I think that's more impressive than you doing a crazy amount of weight and like struggling.
And also, usually with ego lifting comes all like the grunting and the crazy noises that probably don't need to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a lot. So
my biggest gym ick is probably the herds of high school boys that travel around the gym together, and you have to wait 30 minutes for them all to do their workout. It's ridiculous. That's probably my big. And I look at them and I'm like, please separate. Use different machines.
No,
why do all five of you have to be standing at the leg extension machine for 30 minutes?
Yeah.
You have other exercises during leg day. You're not gonna die being separated for a few minutes. Disperse.
It's always a minimum of 4 of them. Yes. One exercise you'll defend forever.
Oh, defend forever? Oh, hip thrusts. Because I had basically no booty, and I think I have seen the biggest results come from doing hip thrust and leg press, I would say. Because before I started even doing hip thrusts, I feel like that came a little bit later. I was really into the leg press machine. But hip thrust specifically, if you want a booty, I think that is like the holy grail of your boots.
100%.
Yeah. What's yours?
I agree. Honestly, this sounds so, maybe it's not basic, I don't know, but like just a classic dumbbell shoulder press.
Okay. I think
or just any variation of a shoulder press. And if
that's probably where I feel the burn the most on shoulder days. On that, so
yeah. I mean, if you really want to grow like your upper body, I've been doing like shoulder press movements twice a week for, probably 2 years. So
oh wow, so that is like
yeah.
So that one.
Yeah, so it is a staple.
What's your toxic gym trait? I want to know what yours is.
I feel like I probably have a couple, not gonna lie. Well,
really?
Number one, it has to be like the most obvious one is tripod. Because
I take it into the gym with you.
Yes, like I record a lot of my workouts to post on Instagram. But I do try to be respectful of like people around me, obviously. If the gym is like too crowded, then I don't. But
that's respectful. That's
But
some people would probably whip it out anyways. So
yeah, you know? I'm sure there's times I have, but I try most of the time. Second one is I do like if I'm pushing myself, like especially on a leg day, like I will make like I will grunt at like during my top set.
But you're probably not
just amount. Like I think if someone was next to me on like my machine, they would hear me, but like you're not hearing me from.
That's
more
what
than 5 feet away.
Thing is when it's from across the gym and you hear them. Yeah, that's not even that bad.
Some people get an ick by it, but it's. I'm sorry, I'm pushing myself so hard that you just gotta let it out.
And sometimes you don't even mean to. It just comes
out.
Comes that's happened to me before. Like I will make like a little squeak almost. I'm like, oh, like.
But that's when you know you're really pushing yourself.
Sometimes I sit on my phone too long in between sets.
Yeah.
And I bet you that people who have been like wanting the machine or something I'm on have probably been like, okay, that girl's on her phone a lot.
Yeah.
I wipe down all of my equipment. I feel like I put all my weights away. I don't think like I do anything.
She's a gym angel.
I try to stay out of people's way. But yeah, I probably sit on my phone too long.
Yeah. Which I'm sure like
and sometimes I like
guilty of though.
I like don't even mean to. I just like get lost in something and then I'm like, oh shit, it's been like 5 minutes.
I know. I highly recommend
that app.
Yes, I have an app that is an app blocking app. So you can block Instagram or whatever app is distracting you for like however many minutes, and I usually do that during my workouts because I find that like I'll just pick up my phone and like click on Instagram in between sets, and I'm like, what? I have nothing to look at. What am I doing?
Yeah.
It's just like it's such a bad habit.
It is, and it's so easy just to get like lost. And like I said, I'll like be like, oh, it's been more than like a minute or two. Like I need to get off my phone.
Otherwise, we're Gym Angels.
Yeah, we don't really do anything.
Thank you for doing this.
Of course, this was fun. These questions were fun too.
Yeah, no, they were. That's all. Catch us in the next one. Maybe we'll do a part 2. Like this if you like this video and want us to do a part 2.